Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to turn complex stuff into, well, insights you can really use. Today, we're diving into a tool most of us have but maybe don't fully appreciate, Microsoft Excel. Forget those intimidating spreadsheets for a second. Think of it more like this super versatile platform, ready for anything from your budget to some serious data work. Our mission. We're taking a Microsoft support guide, the one on basic tasks in Excel, and we're going to unpack it. We want to show you the potential hiding in those simple steps. You might be surprised what you can unlock.
That's exactly it. People often see Excel as maybe a bit scary, a black box. But learning these basics isn't just about software. It's about getting this powerful way to organize, analyze, and really understand information. The guide we're looking at today, it lays out a really clear path, user-friendly. And as we get into it, you'll see how these fundamentals build a solid base. They really empower you to control your data. Whether it's just a quick list or something critical for work.
Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. The foundation of Excel, the grid. When you open it up, you see all those boxes, right? Cells. And those are the building blocks. They can hold numbers, text, even formulas. They're arranged in rows and columns. It's a logical grid, kind of like a coordinate system, just a big digital canvas. And we work with workbooks in Excel.
Workbooks.
And each workbook can have multiple sheets or spreadsheets.
Yeah, which is great for organizing, like maybe different months for expenses. You mentioned budget.
Exactly. All in one file. Starting a new one is easy too.
Yeah.
Usually just fire new.
Yeah.
A blank canvas.
And what's so foundational about that simple grid, really, is that it's like the DNA of Excel. It's the language everything else uses. Think about it, trying to organize notes on blank paper versus ruled paper. The grid gives you structure.
Right.
So even just clicking a cell, say A1 top left corner, and typing something in, then hitting Enter to go down or Tab to go right. That's where the data story starts. It seems basic, maybe trivial, but it's the crucial first step, creating structured data that Excel can actually work with.
Okay, so you've got data in the cells.
Yeah.
Now, making it look good, making it easy to understand, that's formatting, right?
Absolutely. Format.
Like you can add borders around cells, simple thing, but it visually separates stuff, makes it less overwhelming.
Yeah, definitely helps readability. You find those on the Home tab. They try to make it intuitive.
And cell shading, too, the fill color. You can highlight key bits of info, like using a digital highlighter.
Draw attention where it's needed.
But maybe even more important than looks is number formats.
Oh, critical.
Because
Right.
is that $500? Or a
It-
percentage? Or just 500?
Exactly. Misunderstandings there can be, well, costly.
So you select the cells, pick the format currency, percent, date, usually from a drop-down on the Home tab again. Just makes the data clear, precise.
And it's tempting to think, oh, formatting, that's just making it pretty.
Yeah, I could see that.
But it's so much more. It massively impacts how easily you understand the data. Imagine like a list of temperatures, 72, 85, 68, 91, just numbers.
Okay.
But apply a quick color scale, maybe green for cool, red for hot. Suddenly you see the heat wave without reading the digits.
Ah, right. Visual pattern.
Exactly. It turns data into, well, instant intelligence, prevents mistakes, stops people misinterpreting units or missing an outlier, and features like conditional formatting, which we might touch on, they build on this, making patterns literally jump out.
Okay, let's shift gears. Calculations. This is where Excel really flexes its muscles, isn't it?
Definitely. The calculation engine.
For adding things up quickly, there's AutoSum, which is pretty neat.
Very neat. Big time saver.
You have numbers in a row or column, click the empty cell next to it, hit AutoSum.
And boom, Excel figures out what you want to add and just does it. Shows the result.
It's amazing how often that's exactly what you need.
Before AutoSum, you'd be manually selecting cells, hoping you didn't miss one.
Oh, yeah.
Been there.
AutoSum avoids all that. And for other math, Excel's basically a powerful calculator.
A dynamic one, yeah.
The key is typing that equals sign first. That tells Excel, okay, formula time.
Right. That's the signal.
Then you use the standard symbols,
Right.
plus, minus, asterisk for multiply, slash for divide. So 5 plus 3 gives you 8.
Right.
Or 102 gives you 5. Type it, hit, enter, done.
And the really transformative part, it's dynamic.
What do you mean dynamic?
Well, say you have A1 plus B1. If you change the number in cell A1 later,
The answer updates automatically.
instantly, automatically. Think about that versus a regular calculator or doing it by hand.
Yeah, no more recalculating everything if one number changes.
Exactly. It saves huge amounts of time, reduces errors massively. It's your first real taste of Excel's automation power. Faster and way more accurate.
Okay, so we can enter data format it, calculate with it. Let's talk about organizing bigger sets of data, getting insights. Our source mentions turning your data into an Excel table, calls it a simple way to access Excel's power.
Tables are fundamental for structure.
Yeah. You select your data, click and drag, or use Shift and arrow keys. Then there's that little quick analysis button that pops up in the corner.
Ah, yes, the quick analysis tool. Very handy.
Click that, go to Tables, click Table. And suddenly, your data is structured. You get filter arrows in the headers right away.
Instant sorting and filtering capabilities, it's a big step up from just a range of cells.
And that quick analysis button itself, I really like this feature. It's like having a mini data analyst built in.
It really is. Especially for quick looks.
Once you've selected data, it offers options, like for totals.
Right, sums, averages, counts.
You just hover, see a preview below your data, click, and it's done. Super fast.
Yeah, no need to type formulas for common stuff.
Then formatting. You can apply things like color scales, data bars.
Visual cues again. Highlighting trends or important numbers without needing formulas. Imagine seeing sales figures as bars getting longer right in the cells.
Right, or maybe temperatures getting redder.
Exactly. Instant visual insight.
And charts, too. It actually recommends chart types based on your data.
Which is brilliant for beginners. Takes the guesswork out.
You hover, see a preview, click, and you've got a decent-looking chart. Couple of clicks.
That quick analysis tool, it really lowers the barrier to getting summaries and visualizations. It makes data exploration much more accessible. And tables, going back to that, they change your data from just cells into a cohesive data set. Excel understands it now.
Understands it how?
It knows the columns belong together, which makes sorting, filtering just incredibly efficient. And things like conditional formatting or spark lines, those tiny charts in a cell, they give you that aha moment. You see the patterns without complex analysis. It's about immediate understanding.
Okay, so tables give structure. Let's dig into that sorting and filtering you mentioned. Managing the data within the table, or even just a range.
Crucial skills, absolutely.
Quick sorting seems straightforward.
Yeah.
Select a cell in the column you care about.
Yep.
Hit the AZ button for ascending, ZA for descending. Done. Fast.
Very fast for simple alphabetical or numerical orders.
But sometimes you need more control, like sorting by region than by sales.
Right. Multi-level sorting.
That's where the main sort dialog box comes in. You can find it on the Data tab.
Correct. Gives you much more power.
You can pick multiple columns to sort by, set the order for each. And here's something cool. You can sort not just by the cell values, but by cell color, font color, or even icons from conditional formatting.
That's a really neat feature. It means if you've visually marked things, say highlighted rows that need review.
You can sort of bring all the highlighted ones together.
Exactly. It connects your visual organization to your data analysis. Very powerful, actually.
And filtering. That's about hiding what you don't need to see, right?
Precisely. Narrowing your focus.
You turn filtering on again, Data tab, or it's automatic with tables. Little arrows appear in the headers.
The filter drop-downs.
Click an arrow, you can uncheck, select all, and then just pick the specific things you want to see, like just one product or only sales from last quarter.
Right. Isolating subsets of data. Incredibly useful for analysis.
It feels like these tools, sorting and filtering, move you beyond just looking at data.
Absolutely. You're actively interrogating it, asking questions of your data. Think about finding your top performers, isolating expenses for a specific trip, segmenting customer feedback. These aren't advanced things, but they're essential for working with any kind of list or data set effectively, personal or professional.
Okay, let's wrap things up with some practicalities and ways to kind of boost Excel's power.
Sure. The essentials.
Saving your work. Can't stress this enough.
Please save your work regularly.
For first time, it's save as, name it, pick a spot. After that, just hit the save button. Or Shift plus S. Easy.
Crucial habit.
Printing, too. Straightforward. File print or Shift plus P. The preview window there is key. See how it looks before you print. Adjust margins, maybe add page breaks so it doesn't look messy.
Yeah, avoid printing spreadsheets that run awkwardly across pages. The preview helps a lot.
Okay, now expanding Excel. Add-ins. What are those exactly?
Add-ins are like extra tools you can plug into Excel. They extend what it can do out of the box.
Like what kinds of tools?
Could be advanced financial modeling stuff, special statistics packages, maybe tools to pull data from specific online sources or create maps, all sorts.
And you enable them in the options menu.
Usually, yes. File options add-ins, you manage them there. It lets you tailor Excel for really specific tasks.
Interesting. And templates. You mentioned starting from scratch isn't always necessary.
Definitely not. Templates are pre-built workbooks, often professionally designed.
Like for budgets or project plans.
Exactly. Budgets, invoices, calendars, trackers, lots are built in, or you can find thousands more online, like on office.com. They have the structure, the formatting, sometimes even formulas already set up. Saves a ton of time.
So you just plug your own data in.
Pretty much. It's a massive head start. You know, it's funny, saving and printing sounds so mundane, but they're about preserving and sharing the value you created with all that analysis.
Good point. All that work needs to be safe and usable.
Right. And add-ins and templates, they really show Excel's flexibility. Templates give you structure instantly, great for getting started quickly with a professional look. Add-ins show it's more than just a spreadsheet. It's a platform you can build on, customize for really advanced needs. You don't have to do everything from the ground up. Excel can grow with you.
So let's recap. We've gone from the basic grid through formatting for clarity, using AutoSum and formulas for calculations.
Covered quick analysis and tables for insights.
Right, and sorting and filtering to manage the data, plus saving, printing, and extending with add-ins and templates.
Quite a journey through the basics.
It really shows that these basic tasks are, well, they're the foundation for everything else. They unlock Excel's potential.
So what does this all mean for you listening? It means you've got this incredibly powerful tool, ready for simple lists, complex analysis, and pretty much everything in between. You don't need to be a wizard from day one. Exactly. And maybe a final thought to take away. Think about just sorting and filtering your own data, like a list of your expenses maybe, or books you've read, even a to-do list. How could using just sorting or just filtering give you a new perspective on that information today? Before you even think about complex formulas or charts, how might one of these simple techniques help you see something new in the things you're already tracking? The power's there, waiting for you to use it.